trying to claw it out from underneath the bed.
So what you need to do is get some Velcro on your ceiling and just...
Yeah.
Drive her insane.
So she knows where it is, but she can't possibly get it.
This dog sometimes drives me crazy. She's so pretty, though. It's hard to stay mad at her for too long.
I'm of the opinion that our dog is... Where is he? Is a dumb, smart dog. Like,
It's 9:06 p.m. Do you know where your dog is?
yeah, at least
Selectively intelligent.
Yeah. He understands, but he doesn't care.
That's how my small dog is, Layla. She's extremely intelligent, but she's stubborn as all hell sometimes. It's like, I know that you know what I'm telling you, and she will not be looking at you, but she can't help but like orient her ears towards you when you talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I know that you're listening too. Like, you
I
just-
can see it.
you-
I can
Yeah.
see you hearing me.
it's kind of funny. She's less pretty but more cute than Kona is.
That's funny. I've got a friggin' like Superman curl. It won't go away.
And then-
Less pretty, more cute sounds like an pop album, like a punky album. from
Yeah.
the 90s.
She's more easy. She's easier to like physically intimidate. Kona has now gotten to the size where she's like, I'm pretty sure I might be able to take you now. And I don't know that I want to try her with that because she's got like
Do you want to be alpha?
yeah, she's got like pit bull. She's got like a mostly pit in her head, so her jaw muscles are giant. And every now and then when we're playing, she really chomps down, and I'm like, man, I'm glad you're on my team, dog.
That's funny. That's funny. Oliver will like he's part golden retriever and not like the retriever part. So like we'll throw a ball and I'll throw it, I don't know, 6 times, and then about the 5th or 6th time he just runs over, he gets it, he picks it up, he looks at me, and then he puts it down. I'm like, retriever, you're supposed to retrieve. He does not.
Doesn't
He retrieved, he just did not return.
It's getting that number is getting smaller as he ages too. It's like we could go out there when he was younger. I'd throw it 100 times and he would bring it back every time.
Yeah.
Now it's just like down to a handful. I'm like, all right.
Layla will take her ball and literally go home when she's done. Like, she'll just, if we're out in the backyard, she'll just pick it up and go to the back door and then turn and look at me like, open the door, human.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, you with the thumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, all done. All done. The day we got Oliver, we were in the backyard and my in-laws were here. They're famously like animal people. Like they had, when I met them, I think 3 dogs and 2 cats or something like that. It was a lot. Sister-in-law worked as a vet tech, all this other stuff. Like they had a relationship with the vet where they would bring a stray in that they had found. They would check the animal in and just take care of it, and then they would come back when everything was done. they just knew that this was the thing that they did. So they would bring in stray animals, have them taken care of, and then either become the home or find them a home. But we were all out in the backyard. Oliver's running around, and within 5 minutes of him being outside, a bird flew down on a kind of an arcing path and did not complete the path because Oliver's like, "Yoop," and grabbed him. And we're like, no, because the kids were out there. We're like, "Oh, now we're gonna have to explain this." And so I yelled, and he just looked at me and goes, "Bleh," with the bird onto the ground. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig a hole, aren't I?"
Sky snakes.
And he like trots over to me, kind of head down, tail down, and then I don't know, 30 seconds later, that bird just kind of popped up and flew away, and I was like, "Oh, Soft mouth.
Okay, help him out.
Check. Good boy.
Soft mouth sounds like such a werewolf insult. Like, that guy's such a soft mouth.
It's it's like their given name when they become a werewolf.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe that's what they call humans.
Oh yeah.
Bunch of filthy soft mouths.
Yes. Soft
Harsh,
mouth
man.
Smith over there. All right. Matt, how are you?
Yeah. Hey, I'm good.
How was
Just
not
listening.
work?
Well, keep it up. You're doing a great job.
Yeah. I do my best.
That's all anyone
Not
can ask
working
of you.
is it's working pretty well.
Excellent.
Yeah, digging it. Yes. Okay.
I need to get me one of them jobs.
Well, it's not sustainable.
I don't know. I got a friend that begs to differ.
Well, he'll be begging soon then.
That's what we keep
But
trying to tell him.
Don't want to do.
That's a simple trick for not working for the rest of your life. Just be aware that those two things may be inextricably linked.
Yeah. I have very few periods of time in my life since becoming an adult where I haven't worked. And it was like 3 weeks after I'd gotten laid off, and it was terrifying. It's like, what am I gonna do? Yeah.
I have had, and this is no word of a lie, I've had a total of 6 months of unemployment since I was 12 years old. I started working, getting paid. I'm sure there's statute of limitations. I started working, getting paid under the table by an organization for making like their appointment confirmation phone calls when I was literally 12 years old.
An organization.
And organization. And when I was in college, I stopped working my junior year for a grocery store that I had been working for about 1.5 years because there were some management issues. And then I got hired by a church about half a year later and been working ever since.
That's pretty impressive.
I just have one question.
I feel like
what is the number for the IRS?
What's the what?
For the IRS.
What's the number for the IRS?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean it's I feel like I'm entitled to an earlier retirement.
Since you started earlier.
Yeah, I mean 4 years
Oh, maybe
really.
that's how
I
we
mean,
should do it, right?
Yeah.
It's just you have to work X number of years. So depending on when you start, you get to retire earlier.
Well, it's getting later and later every year. They keep pushing back the retirement age.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. I'm planning to have a heart attack by then.
As long as you have a plan.
Well, I think the retirement age initially was set during a time when like the average lifespan was a lot lower than it is currently.
Oh yeah. Plus, technology makes work for the most part easier.
Yeah.
So it's for the most part. I mean, there's still some pretty good crap out there.
Yeah. So it's like
It was also during a time when a shoe salesman could afford a small mansion for his 17 kids. So
That's true.
right.
And those 17 kids took care of the house
Yeah, they were
at age
too.
5.
They confirmed appointments for an organization.
An organization. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I earned my keep when I became big enough to pick up a bale of hay. And that's how I,
I escaped
my
ever
summers.
having to bale hay. I
Yeah.
even had an uncle who just had the biggest farm on the planet. Well, exaggeration, but huge farm, and I never had to bale hay
That's good.
or cut tobacco. Like kids I went to school with in like kindergarten, coming in with slices and like cuts on their arms and hands from cutting tobacco over the weekend. I'm like,
Yeesh.
what'd you do? Did you get in a fight? I mean, I was 8. and they're slicing tobacco.
Didn't have a whole lot of tobacco doing growing up, but just hay. Lots and lots of hay.
I guess where are you? You're not originally from East Tennessee, though, are you?
No, middle.
Oh, but Tennessee then, in general. Okay.
Yep. Flatter, so you can have hay.
Well, this is apparently like the perfect demographic for tobacco growing, as well as weed. Which is why when he died, I tried to get the family to hold on to the farm so they could grow weed when it gets legal, but nobody listens to Matt. And now people are buying land to grow weed now.
To hold on to yeah. Well, I didn't realize this, but apparently there's a patch in the Appalachians in East Tennessee that is considered a tropical like rainforest or deciduous rainforest. I don't remember, but it's classified as rainforest, but because of how much rain falls in that sliver of land that's up there. But it's I didn't know that.
It's probably deciduous.
I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know that it would be tropical.
Yeah, I think it's deciduous. Temperate
like
rainforest. That's what it is.
Okay. That's like a latitude thing. Tropical, isn't it?
Probably.
I don't know. I'm just throwing out words to see what sticks. Life, that's how it is.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think tropical has to do with being near the tropics, which are latitudinal designations.
Oh,
There you
oh shit, I was right.
go. Yeah, this says the Appalachian Temperate Rainforest.
All
Does that
those that
imply
are listening.
An intemperate rainforest?
Maybe.
All right.
Yeah, hey, if you've made it this far, you should send us a message, but we only accept it in skywriting and during a solar eclipse. So
That wouldn't have worked today because it was cloudy.
well, not with that attitude.
You just got to do it lower.
Yeah, much
Yeah.
lower.
Could have used some bioluminescent
Like
spray.
this.
Oh yeah, let out colored smoke in the sky over the United States. I think that'll go real well. Start writing.
My brain went to some jokes that I will not say.
You just got to include a postscript in your Sky message about how it isn't deadly or foreign.
P.S. This is safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can trust it.
In Georgia.
Georgia.
Well, what is it? It's a Japanese weather balloon or Chinese weather balloon.
Oh,
Is
thing
that the
that
thing that
crashed
happened?
a couple of years
Yeah.
ago. Was it
Remember that
Chinese?
I think it's Chinese.
I think it was because they're the big enemy, I guess. Evil Chinese.
Gotta have one.
These used
Fastest way to make an us is to point at them.
All right, I just had last few things to take care of. Got one more,
Haven't
but
seen the new
I can
Batman.
do that as we play. Huh?
I said, has anyone seen the new Batman? Because it's been a running gag from episode
Yes.
0.
Yeah. I have.
That's how we fill the air.
Rachel.
I think it's on Netflix.
Rachel just saw the two original Batmans, like from the 80s and the early 90s.
I was going to say, you got to be careful with the term original
Yeah.
Right.
Batman.
That's my original, I guess. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
With
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton,
Mhm.
thank you.
And I watched them as well late last year, early this year. And Danny DeVito, he just grunts his way through that entire film in this amazing... It's an absolutely stunning performance when you think,
Yeah.
like, he's not He's not actually like that. He doesn't have to make those noises. That's a choice.
I loved
He's
it.
just wandering the whole film going,
He has a noisy existence.
it's amazing. Absolutely incredible. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I want a show just about that.
About the
think he's
noises that Danny
fantastic.
DeVito makes.
I think he's fantastic. He's especially good in Always Sunny. Oh my lord!
Hmm.
I need to do
Sounds of
rewatch
DeVito
that show
coming
at
this
some
summer
point.
to
Is this still
Netflix.
going on? Like, are they still releasing episodes of that?
As far as I know,
I think so.
I lost track. I thought they ended like at season 5, so I just quit watching. And if somebody told me like, yeah, it's like season 13, I'm like,
Yeah, they took a hiatus and
did
came
they?
back. Mm.
Okay, all right. So there is something.
There was a
to
period
it.
where it did stop, but then they started again.
I
It's a
had that
funny
the other
show.
day with I was talking to my mum about the TV show Shogun because we've both been watching it.
How was
And
it?
when we first started, it's really good, like really good. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. But when I first talked to her about it, I said, "I can't wait for the next episode." She said, I've seen all of it." I'm like, "How many episodes have you seen?" She said, 4. I'm like, "It's a 10-episode season." She thought, like, because she's so used to like binge watching TV shows, she ran out of episodes and thought it was done.
I do that a lot.
I've done that before.
I am actually pretty guilty of that. I think that's actually what happened with Always Sunny, because I wasn't watching it as they came out. I just happened to catch it, I guess, 3 years after I thought it was over, and I was like, "Yeah, I power watched through 5 seasons in a day." I'm like, "Oh, that was great." I thought it was over.
How
That
many
is the
seasons
entirety of that story. Huh?
Are there? How many seasons are there?
I don't know a lot. Like, I think there's legitimately 13.
That's a lot.
I think. I'm not 100% sure.
I've never seen it.
16 seasons of It's
16.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia, 170 episodes.
16 seasons.
Hmm.
Well, Danny DeVito's fantastic.
He saved
Sure
that
is.
show.
No. Why is this stupid?
Can we take a short rest?
We're gonna pick up like right after the combat.
I'm so
The
hurting.
question stands.
I said, "How big is the room?" I didn't say how big is the room. I said, "I cast fireball."
Yeah.
Tarathiel is quite hurt. He has several arrows sticking out of him.
I'm scared.
Ah, there it is. Ha.
I know,
Okay.
do I just push them all the way through, or try and yank them out? I mean, does anyone know how to deal with this?
You think we would have figured it out by now?
Yeah. So the fight's over. Literally, like, we're gonna pick up right after the. Who was the last one that died? I think it was the mobile fighter. No, it was one of the giants, wasn't it?
I think it was this guy.
I'm not-
Jimbo.
Was it
Allow me to make the music less jaunty.
less jazzy?
Mhm.
What it was either. I think it was this guy because I think you were running after. I think Tarathiel was running after him. The
Well,
mobile
you can-
fighter.
Go back and look at the action on the.
I was going to say,
Roll
it looks
20.
like Spetro did the last damage, which implies this guy.
Oh, yeah. Then there you go.
But
Excellent.
all in all, they're dead, right? So,
Yes.
My brain just went dead. So the fight's over. You guys are bleeding. You're having a bad day. What do you plan on doing? What are y'all gonna do?
Well, I can heal anybody that needs to be healed.
I'd like to live, if at all possible.
What's everybody down to? That's a pretty rough fight.
I'm at full HP.
Tarathiel's at 33 of 80. but I lost all of that in one turn. So I could not have taken another one like that.
That's right. I forgot about that. You got bamboozled 3 attacks. One of the archer that just like tore you up.
And I think one of them a crit, maybe? I don't know. It got very, very hurt.
Well, he was doing the sharpshooter, so the plus 10 damage on every one of them.
Yeah.
That particular attack, that was the rough part, I think. So you're gonna heal up. What are you gonna cast? How are you gonna-
Fairzon, what are you at?
2/3, so 65.
Two-thirds of 65? Is this a
No,
math show?
No.
His 2/3 is
60
65.
65 out of 50% more than that.
Yes.
Okay. I will use my channel divinity to
Oh wait, we have a wand.
okay.
Before you do that, it might be more better.
Okay.
I don't know who has the wand. I think Tarathiel had it at one.
Tarathiel.
I think I have it, but it's not on my character sheet, and I don't know how many charges it had, and I keep meaning to look it up, and I keep forgetting, and then it's now.
It's 7. 7.
Yeah.
It's like a wand, like any other basic wand. 7 charges. You use the last one, 5% chance of it disintegrating. Refills 1d6 plus 1 charges in the morning. It's
Okay.
basic. It's
And the last time we used it was a day or two ago, so...
oh, forever. Yeah, I don't think you guys have used that in 2 books.
Well,
No, we used it recently.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Tarathiel used it and then stabbed Fairzon in the back of the head. So,
Oh, well, that was yesterday. Today's a brand new day. That never.
We've passed that.
Yeah, we've moved on.
that was only yesterday, 3 months ago.
I got it.
I think it's fine. It's fine.
All right. Let me actually add it to my inventory then, and then I will stop forgetting. Wand of healing cure.
Question mark?
Hey, I found a wand of smiles. I don't think that's what it is.
I took a wand of magic missile and I customized it.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah.
not in here.
No, there's no healing
What?
items in 5e. So there's no like wands of it. There's potions and whatnot.
Yeah, I think all I did was change the name of it and add notes that said a d8 plus 2 per charge, 7 per day. And then
I would absolutely.
yeah, everything else is the same.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I guess. Who wants some?
You do.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm aware that I do. So what was it? It's
d8 plus 2.
2d8 plus 2, you said?
Yes.
2d8 plus 2. Bam. One charge gets me 7.
Nice.
2 charge gets me 21.
How's that work?
He's
Well, it's
running
four-
total.
a 14 and then a 7.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm
oh.
sorry. It's not 2d8. It's a d8.
A d8.
Yeah. d8.
Okay.
Singular.
That's
One.
terrible.
That's like,
That's-
how'd you roll 2d8 and get 21?
That's
It's magical.
It is a math episode.
That's a good dice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you question my abilities? Alright, so 2 plus 2 is 4. 6 plus 2 is 8. That's 12. 12 total out of 2 charges.
That's not so bad. That's almost max. Right? No, it's not. It's perfectly average.
Yes, if Max was much lower than you
fine.
think it is, then yes.
Yep. We're mathing today.
Alright.
If I ever write a book, there's a genre of book called lit RPG.
Mhm.
It's the gaming. What's that? Sword Art Online /hack. That sort of genre. Anyway, I'm gonna create a character named Max, and he's gonna be perfectly average.
I like that.
I still want to put together an incredibly camp party named after spells. So you have Scorching Ray and Arcane Mark and Divine Lance. I mean, come on.
It's good.
It just writes itself.
It really does. It really does.
Those are actually pretty good names with like weird adjectives in front of them. Like Lance is the name.
Right?
And, Yep. I get you. I think that's what
I
you're
just need
throwing.
I think you just filled
I
out
need a
Max's party for Jamie. Is what it sounds
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, maybe they're the 3 people that follow around Max Damage.
I
like. Or they're wondering what, they're like, say, so Max is your surname. They're like, so what's what's your first name? And he's like, I don't. It's just Max. He's like, but
Max.
it's not how this works.
I mean, I've used 4 charges out of 7 on the wand. Does anybody else want charges from the wand?
I don't.
Otherwise,
I'm
I
good.
can keep going.
Farazan, you need healing, don't you?
I mean, yeah, he's down 40,
You're gonna get walloped harder than I will, hopefully.
probably.
I realize that's a weird way of saying that, but you know,
I'll take 2. You
We
said
all
you
have our
used
place.
4.
yeah. And we don't really want to use the last one unless it's an emergency.
Yeah.
There you go. Have that one.
Okay, I'll take those 2. That's 11 total out of 2.
Okay.
Thank you. That gets me to 76.
Still higher than me.
Do, 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 do.
Is that half?
I'm
your
down.
max?
Yeah, I'm down 30.
Oh,
Do
okay.
you want me to heal you? I mean, I can. I've got
We have
stuff
the
for that.
technology.
Yeah, I mean a little bit. It doesn't have to be like a
Well,
bam.
I can top both of you all
Like
off using my
Finger of
preserve
God.
life. So
Your finger of God. Okay, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay,
Blessings
I can-
of Baori be on you.
I can do up to 55 total. So whatever
Okay.
you guys need to do to.
All right. I only need 18 to get all the way to max.
And I need 30.
Have them.
27.
Okay. You have that.
I have that.
Ah, that feels so much better. And having an arrow pushed out of your body by magical healing, it feels weird.
And then that'll leave, I think, just enough to get me back to max too. Because I was down just a little bit.
It's like this
Max
fight never happened.
Ta-da!
Haha. Suck it, Temple of Ouijas.
Not today, Joss. Not today.
Silly cultists. But something about wand of healing. 1d8 plus 2 per charge. All right.
So everybody's healed up.
I think so.
Alright.
Bodies are looted.
Yep.
Farazan's got a shiny new sword. Literally shiny.
Yeah, it's quite bright. The
He's
area of light of the flaming blade is 40 feet of light plus an additional 40 feet of dim. It's massive.
Oh, the one I picked. The
Like the flaming sword
Oh,
or something like that.
yeah, 40 and 40. Yep. Okay,
Yeah, it's a lot of light.
but he can turn it off, right?
Yep, bonus action. On and off with bonus action.
Excellent.
40 and
Spectro
40.
Cast side eye at
If we get to the top of this tower, you could just stand up there and turn around with it in your hand, and you'd look like a big lighthouse.
Kind of cool, actually.
Either that or hold it between your hands and do the whole Eye of Sauron thing.
That would be pretty funny.
I don't know who that is. All right. I want to check out whatever this is.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever. What
It might be a magic carpet, or it might be an altar. It's hard to tell from the map.
I think your second guess would probably be more accurate. And I have text.
Ooh.
A massive pair of double doors, if opened. So that implies they're closed.
Uh-huh.
Let me bring my map up. Okay. A massive pair of double doors, if opened, would provide this area a commanding view of the area to the west. There's more.
What?
Two beautifully sculpted pillars frame a massive onyx altar stone encrusted with runes and elaborate magical glyphs. The jet black walls have been painted with images sacred to Weejas, stylized sarcophagi, obscure magical symbols, and other religious imagery. Two massive tapestries cover the walls directly behind the altar, giving those standing to the west an impressive view of the altar and its imagery of the death goddess. A single door sits in the corner of the room to the southwest.
Wait, is this one of those maps where they just said that west is down and deal with
West is down. Yep. I was waiting for Matt to undo the fog of war where it said west pointing down, like it did in that one.
Yes. Yes.
I thought that's what the dramatic pause was for.
Can we repeat the magic?
Wait.
I'm waiting.
North is up.
Ooh.
So there's a commanding view of it here somewhere.
So that is completely wrong.
It's like it said it had a commanding view of the room.
Yeah. So west is down. Yeah, completely.
Silly cartographer.
Like this. Nope. Ping. This is west. This is the door they were speaking about. And there is, also a door here, which I'm pinging in the darkness, aren't I? Let's take care of that. Let's take care of that.
Whoa.
Right, so it's the double doors are the two lines on either side of Tarathiel, right? They'll close, so if they close the door, you wouldn't be able to see the altar from the main room, right?
Oh, like so this big thing?
These are those are the doors.
That's a big old door.
Yeah, big. And so that means this is west, and the person that actually came up with this map and did this doesn't know their cardinal directions. But it's all right. Or else they didn't read the book, one or the other. Because
to be fair, they followed the art brief perfectly, and then the thing got changed and edited because somebody looked at it and said, actually on the map this would be to the west, and then they didn't look at the map. These are complex projects filled with lots of people that are hard to coordinate.
It's interesting that they're really, because it's rare that a descriptive text says east, west, north like several times. It's almost like they really want to push the idea that it's facing west. I don't know, and the doors are bronze, by the way. Big bronze.
Can we? And I apologize. Can we reflavor the text?
Let me read it again.
Yes, please.
Sure. A massive pair of double doors, if open, would provide this area a commanding view of the area to the west. Yeah. Two beautifully sculpted pillars frame a massive onyx altar stone encrusted with runes and elaborate magical glyphs. The jet black walls have been painted with images sacred to Weejas, stylized sarcophagi, obscure magical symbols, and other religious imagery. Two massive tapestries cover the wall directly behind the altar, giving those standing to the west an impressive view of the altar and its imagery of the death goddess. A single door sits in the corner of the room to the down right, southwest. This.
Back and to the left.
I wonder if,
stage left.
I don't know much about Weejas or the deities of D&D, but in Judeo-Christian temple orientation, they tend to face east, and so this being opposite of that might just be, it could just be coincidence, or it could be a hint at the evilness that it would run opposite to.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Weejas isn't an evil goddess. I mean, it's death, sure, but it's like Kali, right? The death and rebirth, the normal cycle of afterlife. And it's not just death, it's death and really it's a lot of they're posh, they're priests, they're I'm not gonna say it because that would be
dignified death for the rich folk.
Yeah, right. So they have a dogma. Magic is one of them, actually. Death, vanity, law, and stewards of the dead. That's really what Weejoss is known for. So she's actually as much a goddess of magic as she is of death.
Can Farazan go step up beside Tarathiel here and start looking over those runes and glyphs?
Sure.
And can I roll an Arcana check?
Sure.
And see if we can interpret those?
Sure.
Alrighty.
Have
Give me a-
guidance if you'd like.
And
Having-
guided arcana.
Guided Arcana.
Okay.
I will.
You gotta move because guidance is touch.
So 21 with guidance.
Okay, so the runes aren't magical per se, as in they're like explosive or anything like that. They are magical and they're glowing, so they are magical of some sort. But they're not. They're you don't know what kind of magic it is because you don't have that knowledge. You just know with your arcana that these are magic glyphs, and the rest of the writing it's basically scripture to Weejoss.
Okay.
But the glyphs are just, and the glyphs are common everywhere. Like they're in the stone altar, they're in the walls, they're in everything.
Okay. So he recognizes them as like the language of magic. He just doesn't know what they say.
Yeah, pretty much. Because as much as you're brilliant now and you have some knowledge of arcana, you have never studied magic.
Fair enough. Alma, do these texts mean anything to you?
Probably not, but I definitely take a gander.
Well, the texts are just, like I said, it's like scripture to Weejoss.
Oh, right. Okay, that's right. Okay.
Like
Um,
ravings, just
It's
Yeah,
the
it's flavor, not a clue.
okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's set dressing. Enjoy.
fun thing about players. Anything you say is obviously a plot.
Mhm.
That's pretty much.
Speaking of which, can I have a look behind the tapestries, please?
Sure. They are big. They're not so big that you couldn't carry them off. And they look pretty valuable. Move the
I don't
tapestries
want to
back.
steal them.
Give me a
I want
perception.
to anger a god.
Give me a perception check. Well, you just killed somebody in the Goddess of Death's place. 19. Nothing in
I mean,
particular.
I kind of want to say they started it, but I don't think that's true.
You went into their house. You pull the tapestries, look back behind them. You don't see anything. Just continuation of the black obsidian wall with etching and the occasional runes. Very, very pretty. Like
Alright.
this temple is immaculate.
Let's see. I don't think. Alma, can you check for any magical auras?
Um, Yep, I can do detect magic.
Okay, that would be great.
You're gonna do it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I would rather do this as a ritual if I can. Do we have 10 minutes?
Yes, take your time.
Then I do that. I don't know what to say.
Just gonna hang out behind this pillar and just keep an eye out.
There's on stand right
Pull
next
your
to
head
Alma.
up and don't move.
Yeah.
So does anybody want to do anything during those 10 minutes? 10 minutes while
Nope.
she's casting a spell.
Spectro's just going to be watching the stairs because didn't somebody make it up those stairs at one point?
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I did
the cleric did.
I did have a mistake. Cleric went in this door, not these stairs, and these stairs go down by mistake.
Oh,
Oh well, then Spectro's watching that door.
Okay.
But he's just watching this area.
Yeah. All right.
Which door did he go in? This one?
This door right. Sean.
Oh, that one. Oh, I didn't realize there was another
It's
room
so-
down there.
it's so pretty.
Yeah. So you can
I
you
think
can
that's-
see this is the area that you saw from the outside had that round pillar like shape attached to the outside. This is
All
obviously that piece of that.
All right, this is the growth
Yeah. The
sub tower.
pustule or something. Yeah.
Pustule.
Yeah.
Actually, you can see some of it. I think inadvertently
Yeah,
uncovered some of it, but that's all right.
just when you were shaping out the room.
Yeah.
I saw nothing. Nothing. Okay, but yeah, Farazan's gonna keep an eye out, standing next to Alma.
Okay. If nobody's going to do anything, then we're going to get straight to it.
Yep.
You finish detect magic, and there's a lot of magic of different kinds in this temple. One that's pretty stronger than the rest of it is necromantic, which is the death magic. And all the little bitty runes, they all have transmutation magic, which is you would actually know because you cast a spell. It's the same kind of magic that you would do to shape stone.
Okay.
Or to harden something, or to protect it, like a little bit of abjuration. So these glyphs, for lack of a better understanding, are basically to keep the stone protected over time from wear and tear. It's just a simple protective spell.
Okay.
On the stones.
Okay. I will relay all that information. What he said.
Exactly. Okay. Doesn't seem anything dangerous. Should we go after that priest?
I think so.
Or keep going this direction? And from the outside, do we know this little square area? Do we know there's no exit, but is it a tower as well, or is it just like a little anti space that's off to the side?
And the part where you're standing in?
Yeah, back this way.
When you guys connoitered around the tower, this stuck out, and it's basically 1 story high.
Okay, so
like standard 1 floor.
All right. So Farazan will ask in he'll ask in there if we want to check back here before we go after the priest. Make sure no one comes in from behind.
Yeah, we can. I mean, I don't mind kind of keeping an eye on this where we last saw him, and this other means of people coming in while you guys stick your heads back there.
Okay.
Alma, I will lead if you will follow me.
Okay.
All right. Farazan's going to go over the door.
Go through the door and go around the corner. Well, there's a door. I got to reveal it.
Hooray.
You've got this. You see, there's a door almost immediately to your left, about 10 feet down. About 20 feet down, the hallway takes a left.
Okay, Farazan's going to open the door.
All right, open the door into a room. This well-appointed, which I've noticed that the writers of this particular campaign like to use the term well-appointed, which is something I never say in everyday language. This well-appointed chamber houses several comfortable chairs. The walls are pleasantly decorated with hanging art, and a long, polished wooden table rests against the northern wall. 2 bookcases hold a few minor religious texts, writings of those devoted to the service of Wijas.
Okay. This is a little antechamber, little study.
It reminds you of Jinya's antechamber. You know, just a little place for people to wait before they go back and see the priest.
Okay.
It's made by the same contractors. You know.
Yeah.
They just do temples. That's their specialty. But you get there's a standard template package that you just use.
Right, Farazan's going to go up to the corner.
Got a long
you went that way.
hallway.
All right, then you stay up here.
Yeah, I was
Long
like,
hallway.
where did Tarathiel go? And then I saw him.
I just
thought
saw
they were
his
going-
icon fly across the screen. I
Yeah.
was like, where's he going?
I thought they were going through the door to the.
Now they're
my
clearing
brain was
this
to say
little
south, but
this-
west. But
yeah,
okay.
this little back area. Then we'll collectively go down this other area.
Long, 100 feet hallway? No, not 50 feet. Several doors.
100 feet. That's a lot of feet.
Every 10 feet, there's a door to the north, and then east, and to the west down, there is a closed door. And the end of the hallway obviously ends at the outside of the building.
All right, Farazan's going to check each door as he walks past it.
Okay, none of these doors in the north are actually, well, I should show that to you. Actually, have well, yeah, they do. They have doors. Open it up. It's just a bedchamber. Looks like this is where some of the priests stay when they're on duty at the temple.
Okay. Nothing remarkable.
Nope. Bed, little shelf, chamber pot, that kind of stuff.
He searches the chamber pot. I don't mean to control his character, but
He peeked.
Pick it up, stick your hand in it. Looks no, the funny. Thank you. Whoever put the E on there. The funny thing is every single bed is made to boot camp standards. The chamber pots are completely clean, and in a world where prestidigitation be cast all day long, everything's perfect in this place. Doesn't look like it's been touched in a while though.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's very straight, but there's also dust on it, like a layer of dust.
Not that unattended. I mean, not quite that long, but just has that feeling of vacancy.
Okay. Farazan's going to check the door to the south.
All right. It
you mean
is
to the west.
To the west. That's what I said.
To the swest.
The west.
To the swest. The swalf.
Swalf. Let's see. Let me unwheel it. This long chamber is strikingly bare. Its polished walls and floor are a glossy black. Gilded sconces hang in each corner, and each holds a torch that glows with a silent, flickering green flame. The austere room is divided by a thick velvet curtain about 2/3 of the length of the room, and the body of a young man lies on a long, low table in the middle of the room. An elaborate holy symbol of Ouijas covers most of the floor.
It's the same one in the big room, only it's facing east instead of west.
Ceased?
No, that would be Neast.
I can't do it.
Farazan will. He's been relaying this information through the telepathic thing, and he says, "Alma, there's a body in here. Please come quickly."
God.
I was waiting for. I didn't do it.
I didn't do it, I swear.
She can see him.
Right.
So you come around the corner, you look into the room, you stick out Detect Magic. It lasts a good while. There is a heavy, heavy aura of necromantic magic on the body on the table. I mean, very strong.
Step back out of the room.
Nope, not
The
today.
body,
Not today,
like,
Ouijas.
you were 5 feet away. The body looks like it's been cut a couple places, like it's had battle wounds.
Okay.
But it also looks like it's in perfect condition, like there's no deterioration. So you believe more than likely it's a gentle repose spell, which keeps dead bodies pristine in order to be interred later. That's kind of a standard practice that clerics, and you would know this, that clerics use in order to bury bodies if it has to be a week, because there's no morgues, there's no ice, so gentle repose, you actually have access to it. So you believe that this is a body that's been gently reposed. And actually, you recognize the body. You recognize it as from somebody that was from that party whenever they had the play between Nathoriton and the other guy, the founder of Cauldron. You remember the... go ahead.
Yeah, the shoot, Nathoriton. Surabar?
Surbar Spellmason. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, advantage. So the body is, it's pretty recognizable. He's mostly naked. He's covered up for modesty's sake, but it is, do you remember the Stormblades?
Yes.
The other adventuring group in Etowah? Good Lord. Wow, where'd that come from?
From
I used to
the
live in Etowah.
swelf.
If anybody was curious, I'm from Etowah. Adventuring party that was kind of a little bit of competition for you guys. They've been hired sometimes instead of you, and they were a little jealous.
Were they hired to go through the Underdark before us to find the Splinter Shield?
Yeah, and they went down through Jadaroon through the Underdark. This is Todd Vanderboren.
Todd Vanderboren
Todd.
of the Northwestern Vanderborens.
Of the Toddleys. He, and you also know that the family is filthy rich, like millionaire, billionaires in our kind of thing. Like they're noblemen, they're rich. But one thing that you do notice about the body, Alma, is the wounds that this guy has would not have killed any of you guys. There's not enough wound, like minor cuts and abrasions, things like that. He did not die from those wounds. It's obvious. Something else killed him.
Okay.
I cast Columbo. I'm sorry.
You know you're not a high enough spellcaster for that.
Yeah, I know. That's right. That's
That's
true.
level 10.
I don't really know what to do here. I don't know how I feel about this person or the situation. What do you guys think?
What kinds of? So you said there were wounds. What kind of wounds are we talking?
It was obviously battle of some kind, but the wounds are superficial. There's no deep wounds that would have caused, like, there's no death-dealing wounds. And even the few wounds he does have wouldn't add up to enough to kill somebody, especially seasoned adventurers. So, yeah.
He's not mortally wounded.
Well, I mean, yeah. If I guess, yeah. If you go by, what we can, the actual physical marks. But is there room for like some sort of poisoning to have done it, or?
Good question.
We don't know.
Can we do
like a med check?
medicinal checks?
Absolutely.
Okay. How's your medicinal, Rachel?
+8.
Yeah,
so
yours is much better.
20.
20? Okay.
Adjusted.
So there is no poison. And it is that these wounds absolutely did not kill him. There's barely any blood loss. Whatever killed him just killed him. Just outright laid him out dead.
I wonder if it's like there are some things that just like drain HP or do con damage, or and like I have a dagger that's doing that crap right now.
I was going to say Tarathiel would probably be thinking this, but wouldn't say it to anyone. But I could kill someone and not leave a mark.
You guys are scary.
That's why it was super awesome. Yeah, yours is all psychic.
Right,
damage.
because
Just break
Check
it
his
loose.
forehead for a lightning bolt.
that's it, right? Like psychic damage, I would just take out your brain, basically, and there'd be nothing left.
I would say that there'd be like blood from the ears and nose, maybe, or like the eyes are bloodshot or bulged, like just from brain hemorrhaging.
Yeah.
Just thematically, that'd be kind of cool. Just brain damage.
Prestidigitate that away.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Cast blot.
And behind the curtain, there is just tools and books and things like that to help with body interment or to clean the body and things like that.
Well, I do not think that there is anything else we can gain.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can. This kind of sounds mean. We like put a pin in it. Maybe it's not a current threat, right? We can always come back.
Wouldn't that be desecration of the dead?
Are you talking about voodoo now?
Sticking a pin into the body, stab.
He's already dead. You don't have a simulacrum of a dead guy. He's just a dead guy. He's just a dead guy.
He does have a very, very nice emerald ring and a very fine silver necklace.
Do those radiate magic?
No, I don't know that any of our characters are those sort of characters, are we?
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah.
Not even Spectrum. And he's probably the most likely to be that kind of character.
This is a dead guy in a morgue.
Yeah, I feel like we should just leave that alone.
Oh, sorry. There are some among the papers behind the curtain. there are instructions for the body, and Todd's body is being held in general repose, awaiting a resurrection spell.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was gonna say there's a receipt for the cremation.
But it's like orders from Emerald, the high priestess.
The high priestess. Okay.
Like one of those times when you want to have a Polaroid camera in the D&D universe, because you just like take a photo of yourself with the corpse and tuck it into his jacket pocket. When he gets resurrected, he's got it.
I swear,
Who is
nothing.
this guy?
I swear, nothing freaky happened at all. Nothing.
Just,
I mean,
just
nothing
write
did,
"call me"
but
on
just-
the back, but don't leave a number.
Like a weekend at Bernie's him for a couple of those pictures.
I wonder if he like shave his head or like take half his mustache off or something like that. Would the resurrection spell just fix all that? I mean, I don't know.
I don't think it fixes bad haircuts.
Resurrection probably wouldn't. Reincarnation would, right? Because you get a new body.
Yeah,
That'd
come
be
back
fair.
as a turnip or something.
All right. Well,
It's my life's ambition.
Coward asks a good question in chat. He says, Ouijas is all about death. So how odd is it that they're attempting or are going to attempt a resurrection of somebody and go against that tenet? That I don't know if that's the correct word for the list of things that you went over that they subscribe to.
I mean, it would kind of make sense that if Ouijas is death and magic. I mean, death magic. Reverting it would probably be within the purview of the dogma.
But I guess maybe. But it sounded like the way that Matt was describing it earlier was that death is this natural thing, not that it was like a to be respected part of some sort of cycle.
They're the stewards of the dead. Yep.
Yeah. So
With regular bogos.
Yeah.
Well, if they have been using resources to buy the tower, I'm assuming that the what was it, Vanderburens, the Vanderbilts? What is it?
Vanderbilts.
Vanderborens, the Vanderborn
Vanderborens, yeah.
are paying a hefty sum. So
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I don't think there's much that we could or should be doing with the body right now because we don't have a camera. So,
Or sunglasses.
Actually, let's see. Farazan.
Fezon is an accomplished portraiter.
He is an artist.
No, he's going to cast.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting you have spells.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about casting alarm on him, just in case, just make sure, like he doesn't. Somebody's coming behind him, turn him into something, and comes from behind us. No, he's not going to do that. I don't have a.
That feels like one of those things from like Advanced Dungeons and Dragons would have had as a joke. Like alarm cancels gentle repose.
Yeah, right.
Like if you're sleeping soundly, the alarm wakes you.
All right. Well,
I can see an old Dungeon magazine completely writing an entire adventure around that one premise. They did some weird crap back in the day.
all right.
All right.
Farazan's going to continue down that hallway and check the last two just to make sure.
Yeah, they're all priest quarters
Okay. All right.
chambers. Yeah.
All right.
So now we're heading down to this Sweest door.
Yeah.
Sweet it is.
All right. We're headed back. I'm just going to walk through these walls.
Twins.
It's twinsies. Yeah.
All right. Go to the door. It's actually still partially open. Because dude didn't take time to shut the door behind him when he was running for his life. It's a small room. It looks very much like a storage room, like a closet. Small storage chambers packed with dozens of boxes and lined with shelves. Musty smell fills the air and mixed with hints of exotic incense. And I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it's uncovered, but there is another door in here.
It is not uncovered.
Not uncovered.
So we know
It
that
is. It's right
this-
there. It's just hard to tell.
this dude ran in here, and there's no other stairs here, like going up in this room.
Hang on.
The little room.
Let me get that. So, yes, there are. This is a set of stairs,
Okay.
and this is a door, and this is a door.
All
Can
right.
you see this one? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell on my screen what's covered and what's not covered. So let me re-wheel big area.
Okay.
Go big. There we go.
Okay. Well, we can chase after this guy. Door number 2 is downstairs, but we can always hit downstairs on our way back and out of this place too.
Okay. I'm sorry. The priest went here, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That guy ran through this door
I
think-
last week I said that he went
upstairs.
up these stairs.
Yeah.
He went actually up these stairs. These go downstairs.
I was going to say, every word in that sentence is wrong.
Yes. Yes.
Did I say
Amazing.
priest?
Everything you just said is wrong.
Yeah. So, if we go into this room, then we have a door that he possibly might have used, and we have stairs that he possibly might have used to
Correct.
not carry with us into this room the knowledge that he was going up these stairs last week.
Correct. That's right.
So, do we want to go further up, or do we want to check this door clear and then go up? What do you guys want to do?
I'd rather check this door that we're at personally.
Which one?
Yep.
South,
This one?
down or east?
The one where
Down
the
or
one
right?
that Switcher's in front of.
Okay. It's
Well, that one's the open one.
the one that
There's a
that
door
goes to
over
the
here.
main chamber is open.
Yeah.
These two are shut. Or that there.
All right. Well, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and open up the doors first.
Let me re-wheel some more. And-
Just in the interest of staying on the map.
Yeah. You open
We're
both
all like
doors. Open the
sardine in-
all the doors are open.
Le gasp.
So the door, the down door. You know what? That's north. Okay, this is north. The southern door, the one that goes down. The bedroom is immaculately clean and perfectly ordered. The thick carpet is embroidered with hundreds of small designs of skulls and bones and arcane runes, similar to what you saw on the walls and the thing outside. The room's furnishings include a large, well-made bed, 2 large armoires filled with rich clothes are open, ceremonial robes, and a large desk.
Is my detect magic still on?
Yeah, sure. You didn't spend any time, hardly.
Okay.
You got about 5 minutes left of it. Let's say.
All right, I'll poke my little head in there.
Okay. So you don't detect magic, but on the desk there are 3 candlesticks, golden candlesticks, very, very valuable. A pouch, and the hangings behind the table are high quality. But you detect no magic beyond the standard that you've been seeing everywhere, the necromantic and the transmutation.
It was the priest in the bedroom with the
Candlestick.
candlestick.
Have you
And
ever
there are books and papers on the desk.
been a part of a D&D game where there was a character that anytime something sounded expensive that he could sell, he tried to
Yes.
take it?
Most games, yeah.
How
Yeah.
silly would it? Yeah, it's like in this example, we're about to go up, right? We're fixing to go upstairs. We take these nice tapestries down in this room. We go upstairs, like, hey, wait a damn, those are my posters.
Have you been
Like-
in my room?
That's my rug.
Got it rolled up like
Yeah.
a backpack up in the like a sleeping
Yeah.
bag on your backpack.
Exactly.
Hang on, I just got that. Put that back.
I've been
Thank you.
saving
That was
for
a
Hi,
great
we're
months.
from
grandmother.
we're from Keldon's tapestry cleaning service. Have you got any up here that we should pack away?
That's my Farrah Fawcett poster, you jerk.
I'm here for the tapestries. Fairzone's going to look over the notes.
Okay. This actually looks like it's Ike's room. It is because a lot of the notes are either from him to give orders to lessers, or they're from Emerald to him to give him orders. It's just day-to-day dealings of the temple. Sermons, set dates, all temple related. Nothing of real interest.
Fairzone's going to start making notes, corrections. It's like,
Well, his red paint.
yeah,
Paintbrush.
change all the these to thous and all the thous to these.
You must embrace the Oxford comma, damn it.
Yeah, okay, but nothing out of the ordinary. No, this is the make sure you take a cheese plate down to the cultists at 3 p.m. sort of thing.
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There is a cheese plate order for the cultists.
You were asking about magic. There's actually evocation on the torches, the golden. They're, which is permanent light. They're the flames that are coming up off of them. It's a magical flame. It's basically like your torch.
Continual flame.
Yep.
Okay.
Right. All right. Fine. Anything in the desk? Nothing in the trunk?
No, that's really where the papers were,
Okay.
in the shelves and the drawers. Writing utensils, pen, ink, quill, stuff like that. If you're first level, this room would set you for life.
Yeah. All right.
Shall we abscond upstairs?
Yes.
Well, the other room, I haven't. You got two people standing in it. Let me tell you about this one. This was this room I just described. This room. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were describing the room that Farazan was in.
Me too.
No, I described this one first.
Oh, that's Ike's room.
Yeah, this is Ike's room. This one, a thick red carpet emblazoned with the holy symbol of Ouijas covers the entire floor. The circular chamber has no windows to the outside, but a large window currently covered by a thick curtain overlooks the grand hall. How does that work?
How does that work?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, obviously, the Grand Hall is to the west.
you know what? I'm going to look at the original picture and see if it's like it may be turned different. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not. All right. Let's see. Where was I? Stop. But a large window currently, thick curtain looks okay. The furniture consists of a well-made bed, a beautiful wooden armoire, and a small but beautifully carved wooden desk.
Anything on this desk?
There's like a holy book to Ouijas. There are drawers. The drawers are actually locked for this one. There's another one of those candelabras that's got the continual light. That's about it.
Okay.
I do have thieves' tools.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if one of you guys wanted to try your hand at the locked drawers.
I don't know if Mike's here, but Atkins, you can go for it if Mike is not about. Oh, there he is.
He does have the built-in key finger.
Yeah, he can try his hand at it.
Perhaps he will prove handy in this situation.
Tarathiel's a little gun shy on unlocking drawers after the last one cut off one of his fingers.
Guys, I misread. You're in this chamber. This is actually this map and what I'm reading are not coinciding. This is Ike's. You went upstairs because you're brave, and it came up into the room I just described. This is Emerald's. The one with the big W8. That's
Okay.
Emerald.
You
covered Ike's. You look through stuff. You're now a floor up. The stairs continue on up around the edge, but this is the room that I just described with the nice bed, the locked desk, things like that. Sorry about that.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
How
we
do I
are
bring my
now
token
in.
to the front.
Yeah, we are now in W8.
Hey. Yeah, we can't. That's a Mattism. Matt has to.
Oh, you got to
determine
move it to
order
the
of
GM
things.
layer or map layer.
Oh, I just didn't reveal it.
Yeah,
Does
the
that work?
map is not on the map layer. No, we can see
Oh,
it.
I see.
When we
Nice.
move on to it, we're under the map.
Bam, there you go.
Under the map. Under map. Under map.
So this is the room that has the locked.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yep. Correct. True.
Picking away.
All right, stand back. No further than that.
So you, because Alma still has to detect magic, there's no other magic that she can detect on the desk. So there's no magical anything, traps, as it were, on the desk.
Oh, I'll give guidance. Pet, pet.
Okay. Good game.
Good game.
Yeah, all right. Plus the guidance is a D4, right?
Is this?
Oh wait, I'm not on there.
20.
20 was exactly what you needed. This is a
Ding ding.
very well made, probably by a local locksmith lock. You pop it open and you pull the drawers out, and in here is like a ledger similar to what Ike had in his office. And Alma, since you gave guidance, you're right there. You notice, just because you have this ungodly perception, that when he pulls the papers out, you just immediately notice, oh, that's a false bottom. There's something under there. Normally it'd be a tough check, but you got like a ridiculous. And I think Trithiel does too, but aren't you
He's got
still
a
behind
false
the pillar?
bottom. Clearly, he's had work done.
Butt lift.
That's a great line from Dumb and Dunner. Man, look at the ass on that one. Yeah, he must work out.
He must work out. Yeah, I mean, my passive perception is 19. My passive investigation is 20. So
Okay, so you'd have seen it with the 20 in the investigation also.
Nice.
Yeah, so you pull the ledger out, open the false bottom,
Yes.
and there are additional sheets of paper written on, like 2 or 3, as well as 2 potions.
the salacious stuff.
Potions you can identify right now. These are both what are commonly known as potions of healing. Supreme healing.
Ooh.
10d4 plus 20.
Dang.
Whoa.
I want to figure out statistically what is the chance of that just overflowing my hit points.
So max 60. 4, 10, 4, 40, 44, 22. So the average is 42, right?
So both of these together would almost guarantee to heal me to max from dead or from dying.
With perfectly average rolls. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
These are the most powerful healing potions in the world. Or these are the type that are the most, these aren't the only 2. But they're very rare.
Trithiel hands them off to Spetro and says, "Keep those away from Fezan. He's a fiend for this stuff."
He's like, I'm down 2 hit points. Double fisted.
See, this one tastes like pina colada.
He doesn't even need the healing. He just likes the taste.
So potions of healing supreme.
That's with both sausage and pepperoni.
Mm-hmm. All the meats, all the
I think-
veggies.
I think, unfortunately, it's usually poisoned with pineapple, though. So
Yeah. And spam.
I don't think
Oh.
pineapple comes on a supreme pizza.
it does here.
Oh, it does?
Supreme. So I'm adding 2.
So pineapple's a standard ingredient. It's not like a special or not normal on every
On a
pizza ingredient.
supreme pizza and a Hawaiian pizza, I think in Australia you will get pineapple unless you ask for them not to put it on.
Huh. Ours is Hawaiian. It's like what, pineapple and ham?
Yeah.
It's rather
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Canadian bacon.
Agreed.
Only fruit I want on
It's
my
like-
pizza is tomato sauce.
Tomato.
Yes.
Tomato.
I want fruit. I want tomato jelly.
I want you to
They
take a fruit.
Have
And
been added
mash
to my
it.
inventory.
Sweet.
All right. What are the bits of paper?
The big ledger that was in the upper area is like more of the daily running of the temple, but from her perspective, right? So you had Ike's, and it's like getting it from above and taking it below. Everything she has goes to Ike, and it gets disseminated from him. So most of the stuff, and it's notes from him, like reporting back. So it's just a ledger of more of the day to day.
Dear diary, today 47 people died. It was wonderful.
It was a good day. We made lots of money.
Business is booming.
Petro is going to walk over to the bed and, without having to bend over at all, look underneath it.
Okay. Make a perception check.
He should have done this in the other bed too. We are trying to find some dude. It's an 8.
Nothing. It's clear. There's nobody under it. Just a big dust rhino. Actually, there's not. This room, just like the rest of the temple, is immaculate.
Right.
The other set of papers, like I said, there's only 3 or like just a small handful. It's correspondence between Amber Elustani, the head priestess of the Temple of Wejas, and a person who she refers to as Lore Master, and titles to Fetor Abradius, or Fetor, 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 Abradius, Abradius.
Abradius. And he is the lore master?
He is the lore master for the cage rites.
Ooh.
She titles it lore master, but you can tell who he is by the correspondence. I think I have art.
You have art?
I got art.
Legasp.
We can add.
Wicked art. Just don't remember how to do it. There it is. Did that show up?
I can do it.
Yes.
I could give you an
A
awesome thing.
penmanship.
Is terrible. You know what's funny? They don't actually write that out anywhere. You actually have to figure out what that says by reading it. They don't give you like a written out text of this letter.
Wow, my brain went straight to as many babe heard me say, and I'm like, nope.
Have, yeah.
Sorry, already I can't read this.
As many have heard me say, the cages alone
A funk?
will not allow the completion of the ritual. So I guess that's a W. What makes
What more is needed?
Mhm.
what more
I
is needed?
cannot say. And so I continue to.
Cup folk?
It does look like that.
Consult, right?
Consult
No.
the mysteries of the soul.
Implore.
Implore.
Implore the,
No,
the mystics of the soul.
Explore the mysteries of the soul.
Explore. Explore.
Explore the
mysteries
mystics
of the soul pillars.
the
at
mystery of
great
the-
peril.
Yeah.
The guardian
GTFOS?
I think it's grows.
grows.
It is gross.
Oh, the Guardian grows.
Is that W? So
Oople?
Ever more restless.
yeah.
And the insanity
insanity.
that lies frozen in.
Frackenflug.
Yeah.
That's a proper
Fucking
noun
frugal.
in a font that's unreadable. That's annoying.
Is beginning to stir.
They did not write this.
My price
has
doubled.
doubled.
So I'm guessing this hyphenated word is some location.
They didn't write out. Oh, here it is. They didn't write out, but they actually mention it. It's Karan, Karran. I guess I see that.
Karan Kutal? Kural?
Kural, Kurral. So Karan Kural.
I'm better. Like, yeah, that was hard to read.
Is beginning to stir. So the insanity that lies frozen in Karan Kural is beginning to stir.
What's Korean Corral? Do we know that?
You have not heard that before.
Coward asked what's at the top, which is a good question.
Mm-hmm.
It's
don't
like
I don't have an answer, but it's a good question.
well, let's look at it again. I don't know that that's.
Is it just flavor scribble?
I think so. It's like this is a part, like maybe that's a introduction, because that is 1,000% illegible. That's just bullshit.
That looks like a big Fantastic Four logo.
Yeah.
Look out for Reed
Picardo.
Richards.
It looks like magic from Harry Potter. Picardo Latudula. Waffle Booby.
Just cast a spell.
That just catches fire.
Chris said a double D. See if
Klaatu, Barada.
necktie. Yeah, it's no, it's nothing. I think it's just flavor. It's like the bottom part is of the message, you know, that kind of thing. It's like the bottom part of the third page, and that's just like part of the rest of the correspondence above it.
This is all very fascinating, but a priest came in here.
Yeah, we gotta
Somewhere.
find this guy.
Let's go upstairs. Keep
Yes,
going up.
Keep going.
Yep,
Oh,
we gotta find
But
him
also-
or whoever it is that he's going to find.
I have a feeling that something is down that way. He points in the direction of the arrow.
And I,
Points at the fourth wall.
we
I
had
think
an,
it's pointing to north.
That's what you Great. Perfect. Love it.
Please.
we had an incident at the church yesterday where a person involved literally called for backup, like called some buddies to come out and like have his back during a thing, and I was just like, this happens in real life. What? It's like this cleric guy is going to go get his, you know, he's running to where there are more guys, is what I'm assuming.
Called for
That's all
backup. Atkins is like, "Sir, this is a Wendy's."
Like, this is a church parking lot, man. Like, you're
What are we
calling in
doing here?
What's going on? It was wild, and that was after the police were already here.
It wasn't the law enforcement that was calling for backup.
No, but they did too. There ended up being 3 police cars, and then
Oh my
like I
goodness.
don't know, probably a dozen people out there. It was wild. It's too long of a story for this podcast, but that's, I have a distinct visual for what I think is happening right now. So,
So I've decided what I need to do in preparation is actually run this game to myself to find out what's happening. Because what these
You
stairs?
need to read the book.
Well, I read through it and I
Yeah.
look at the map and like it kind of makes sense, but I don't sense the details that
Yeah.
are really
You
important.
kind of skip over a lot of stuff, right? You're like,
Yeah.
yep, there's a map. There's a description of a room. I
Mhm.
got it. I can
Well,
do
like
this.
that's a door.
Uh-huh.
The stairway goes up, the door to her room. The stairway goes up to the top, ends at a landing, and there's a door.
Mhm.
So the stairway does keep going, but it's
Uh-huh.
not inside her room.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's a tower. It's
Yeah,
a tower
I just-
with a stairway around the outside and rooms in the middle.
Okay.
right?
All right. I just wanted to clarify that because it
Oh.
shows it in the map, it shows the picture of it, but it's just not in the words. And you know, like you have to scroll up to the map and scroll back down to the reading and scroll back up to the map, and it's exhausting. Anyway.
all this scrolling. It's exhausting.
Like-
All right, Farazan's gonna check the
You
door.
have to turn your head. It is locked.
From the inside or from the outside? From my side or out the other side?
It looks like one of those locks that will do it either way, like a keyhole.
How progressive.
Yes.
An ambidirectional lock.
It's a bilateral lock.
an equal
All
accent.
right.
Yeah.
I give whomever guidance.
I need it.
By this time, your detect magic has worn off.
Okay.
It's been about 10 minutes since you cast it.
Convenient, but okay.
Just to let you know. 22. Click. Unlocks. Very.
24.
Oh,
Thank you.
I'm sorry. You break
Thanks,
your
Bear.
lock pick on your
Clock's
finger
louder.
out.
Too high.
Yeah, it's a range. It's not an above.
Yeah.
It looks very, very similar to the other door that you unlocked. So probably the same lock maker. You look at it and you see like a KG etched in the one part of it.
Uh-huh.
So you open the
KG.
So you open the door, and it's a hallway that immediately turns the stairs and goes up. 20, 30 feet to another door, essentially.
We ascend.
Yeah. Do the stairs in the tower keep going up too, or?
No, so the round stairs came to a landing,
Uh-huh.
and then the door, you went
Okay.
through the door, and then
Okay.
it goes up.
All
A
right.
straight stairwell.
All right. Farazan's gonna keep going up.
All right. You come up to the door.
Mhm.
You check it out. It is as well locked.
Rathiel,
Shall we do the dance again?
give us a
Okay.
hand.
Turns around. Just puts his back to Elma.
Backs it up.
Fine.
There's been a PG
Turns around and does one of these numbers.
number of butt pats on this particular episode.
It's been working. You don't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I'll say it's working. That's a 30.
30.
Nice.
That is successful. You click, and the most obnoxiously loud alarm sound you ever heard
Oh,
starts
shoot.
going off immediately.
Second most.
Like
We
a
had
bell
detect
ringing.
magic.
Right.
If only we had gotten up here 2 minutes ago.
Well, I tell you, so you have a chance to recast it if you want to.
Well,
Farazan
I didn't
screamed,
think about
"Shut
that.
up," because that was the thing that shut it off last time.
It sounds like your rock. You know, the screaming stone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an alarm spell that's just been set off.
Yep.
If everyone would please stop shouting in their minds.
What? Farazan's
Well,
gonna
we
rush
weren't exactly
forward.
stealthing our way up anyway, and it's not as if they don't have a good idea that we're here already. So
It's
Yeah.
true.
These are facts.
Farazan's gonna rush through the door and keep going.
All right. You charge up the door. So the door opens and it comes almost immediately to a landing. We're going to have to change maps.
yeah, boy.
Just charges through the next door and goes off the top of the tower like Dennis.
It's not complete. Let's see.
And we're only
Not
like,
again.
We're only like two
Just doing-
stories up right now.
Doing the running man on the way down.
It's a lot taller than that.
Wrong
There we go.
lever.
There we go. There we go. All right. So you open the door, you head up the stairs. It's another 20, 30 feet. I mean, you've been going up. You've probably gone up 60 feet by this point, going up through the stairs.
Okay.
Trying to pull your characters over. Have I changed the map? Nope. There it is.
Nope.
There you go. Nice and dark.
Uh huh.
If you will all be so kind as to bring your characters over to this room.
Right now, I've got like a weird,
To which room? We still cannot see any rooms.
got like an ad on my.
I need to fix that.
Get out of here. How do I get rid of this thing?
There's the stairs.
Bam.
It's a big.
There it goes.
Are you we? Yeah, you are. Oh, I just revealed you.
We just.
So where do I go to get my token and bring it over here?
You can either copy paste or drag it and drop it. Yeah, I got you.
Okay, I was like,
Do it
copy
from
paste
the-
from where?
Yeah, I don't know
Jen-
what to
Jen-
do either.
Journal tab and roll 20. So on the right, you got a chat thing. At the top, there's a thing that looks like a book with sparkly things on it. Click that. Click your character name. Drag it onto the screen.
Ah, gotcha. Let's see if we have two Spectras
Isn't
because
there a
you
way you
told
can
me
just
that. as
drag
well.
it from one map to another also?
25 years of IT support.
And the jingle.
And it comes with a jingle. Yeah.
Let's see. No.
This is one of the few cases we're turning it off and on again. Born Hill.
No, I refreshed mine when Matt said he changed the map and I didn't see it on my screen. And then I had this like full screen ad and it didn't go away for
I-
like 10 or 15 seconds.
I applaud you for trying to turn it off and on again.
Have you been using your sword for light?
I don't think so.
Have we
He
had a
doesn't- he
need
doesn't
to
like
so
getting-
far? Has it been dark?
No. It's been basically dimly lit because it's just candles everywhere and occasional, like in the back in that room with the dead body, the preparation room. There was an actual torch that well lit the room, but
Mhm.
as far as besides that, everything else has been just kind of sickly green, dimly lit.
Yeah, Farazan doesn't turn the lights on without consulting with the
The
people that
darkies.
fuss at him.
All right. Let's see. I need to get Miss Alma.
Thank you. I've been
That's okay.
concentrating so
You
hard.
can get the little jingle thing from Mike and click on the
All right.
sparkly book.
It all
So-
happened really fast.
The alarm goes off. Do y'all just like, all right, fuck it, charge?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
they know,
as a
they know
group,
we're
are
here.
y'all moving? Y'all move. Okay. Just want to make sure. I don't want to clump
gonna
you
do
up.
it.
And
Gonna do a beast from the animated X-Men cartoon and just like run up the wall onto the ceiling
Cool.
as we go.
where are you? You're just gonna go straight up the side?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going up to like the lip and over? I don't think I understand.
You can see things that we can't see. Right now, we
Yeah.
we think we're just
I'm
in like a
assuming we're
narrow
in a corridor.
stairway.
You're in a corridor. Okay, that's correct.
Are we in a corridor?
You are now, but you're like it's coming to an opening. Like the stairs just come and open to like a wide landing. So
Yeah, it's
let me
perfect.
just
So
let me
as,
show you some stuff. There we go. How about that?
as we go up the stairs, I will run up to the ceiling of the stairwell.
Okay, so you're
Up the
hanging
wall
up,
and up to the ceiling.
so you're hanging upside down in the stairwell over everybody. Okay. That is
Thought it was just going to be flavor cool. I didn't realize it was going to be challenging.
well, the way it's drawn, it looks like it just kind of opens up, like there's no over top, right? Like you open the door and it's just there's no ceiling.
Yeah.
It's just an opening to a flat area. So I think that's where I'm getting messed up because there's no ceiling above you where you are right now. Like not the stairwell. Like it's 50 feet up. You know what I'm saying? Like it just comes up to an opening after the stairs.
All right.
So stairs were
Well,
the big
maybe I
door
could
was
be,
here, and this
on
was
the wall,
all of it.
on this wall.
That's what I thought you were doing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my mistake. All right. So you come up. You are in darkness, essentially. There is light. I have to keep going back. Light on pillars. Every single pillar has a little dimly lit green flamed torch hanging off of every pillar.
That just gives like 5 foot of dim light or something like that.
If that, not even that, it's like a candle light, but it's enough to where you can see it in the darkness, right? Like you're in the dark area, you can see the light,
Mhm.
and it's flickering, making odd shapes and creepy things in your brain.
I was going to say shadows, say shadows.
There's a lot of shadows. There are shadows
Hooray!
flickering.
This is good for half the party.
You come up, you're in the darkness, and you just immediately hear a voice. And I think you guys have seen or met. I believe he was at the party. You hear Embril's voice. I'm sorry, excuse me, not Embril. No. You hear Ike's voice. Ike Iverson, the second command, who has been here while Embril's been gone. Oh, that's something I failed to mention. The paperwork that you saw in Embril's stash reveals that she has been gone a lot longer than that's been let on. Like she's been gone for months.
Oh.
That was one of the things. It was like a little side note. You hear Ike in the dark, back in the darkness and the dimness, as you're coming up. I can't allow you to come into this chamber and leave alive. You shouldn't have come. You should have left well enough alone. We left you alone. Now it's time to pay the price. You will not leave this temple alive. Kill them. Flavor text. You hear movement in the darkness.
Wait, which part was the flavor text?
Both.
Probably said flavor text.
Flavor text.
The ceiling is 50 feet high.
Okay.
And if you're like, you're still the stairs at this point. That's why I'm kind of like, you hear stuff.
Yeah.
You're gonna start moving.
Yeah. Fair's on.
We're
Fair's
not
on.
quite hitting initiative yet. I'm not moving anybody yet. I'm giving you guys kind of a chance to respond to Ike.
Gotcha.
Unless someone says Farazan stop, or not that voice. That's Farazan saying Farazan stop. So ignore that.
Well, you can talk to yourself. It's
Yeah,
fine.
maybe Farazan should go up to the front. No. Unless someone says to him to stop rushing forward, they know we're here anyway, so he's just going to, push forward. And arrows are everywhere.
I'm measuring the chamber because I know your sword's light. I want to be able to light up when I need
It's a
to.
laser light show.
I just want to see how far my dark vision extended into the room. Spectro is basically going to fly up and just kind of tuck himself behind this pillar so he can see what he can see. 60 feet.
Keep going. That was 50. Show me again.
No, no, sorry, that was sorry. Spectro's here. That's the other way, right? Where are you trying to see from?
Right there, yeah. Out
That's
that way.
that's 60 feet.
It's that.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
All right.
It's a lot
Yeah.
of it's a lot of feet.
You
a
don't
lot of
think about
feet.
you don't think about that distance. Let's do polygonal. I like polygonal better. All right. So nope, not that.
Nope.
Here,
Not
Not that one.
polygonal.
Not that one.
polygonal.
Didn't we already discuss this today?
Not today, but it's
okay.
definitely
Who
been
knows?
discussed. It's been discussed.
It's funny there was some record of all of our discussions.
In audio and video form.
So Spectro, you move up, peek over the edge.
Oh,
Hooray!
oh no.
And see a vast amount of beasties.
I'm like,
You see-
guys.
You see the priest that you had earlier. This is the guy that was downstairs. This is
Tell him
Emerald.
ahead.
I keep saying Emerald. This is Ike Iverson. This is a massive bone, not skeleton, not skeletal, but a very bony, 20-foot tall creature.
The
These-
big white thing?
I think I know
This
what
is-
it is because I think I ran this in a game recently. It looks like a bone devil.
Okay, you guys can give me Arcana checks. You can give me religious checks and history check, but that'll be a higher DC. If you want to try to identify. Actually, we're going to start with Spectro right now.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah,
if it makes sense if I'm seeing them what they are. I have an 11 Arcana on whatever I can see that roll applies to.
Okay. Well, just start with that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have skills in any of that stuff?
I'm not proficient in any of those things, but I have pluses in all those things.
Okay, because you have intelligence. You have no idea what these things are.
All right. I
This
could
one-
describe it to people.
Or these. Well, Farazan runs up. Is anybody else coming up? I'm giving you guys like essentially a move before
Yeah,
we.
Farazan just can't see anything.
Yeah.
Does that roll apply to these? Whatever the gray lizard
Yeah,
thing
it's
is?
just. I guess, let's roll separately. That's fine. Let's roll
That
separately.
same thing, Arcana again.
Arcana, history, religion.
Okay, yeah, they're all the same for me. See you. That
There are
was a
different
15.
DCs. 15 for Arcana. The thing that you notice with your just concentrating looking at them is not so much that you recognize what they are, but you do recognize that they're zombies
Yeah, okay.
and they're big. They're original before they were zombified. They're large, muscular, gray skin, large, massive maws, and a row of 3 eyes on both sides of their head.
Okay. I'm like, I don't know what they are, but there's 3 of these gray lizard things. I think they look like lizards, at least according to the tokens. And then this, that's what I say in telechat. According to the tokens, they look like gray lizards. And then some big white, scary looking 20-foot tall dude. Does he have wings? Are those wings? The white thing?
Look more vestigial than anything.
Okay.
Is it a tooth fairy?
A fairy made of teats?
Fairy made of teeth.
Gross.
Nope.
I'd like to hide in the stairwell.
I think everybody would like to hide in the stairwell at this point. Okay.
No.
give me stealth.
Mechanically, I'm
I
going
know.
to hide
I
in the
know.
stairwell.
Go ahead.
Stealth and
So
advantage.
in order to do that, you're going to have to drop below like sight level. Do you want to? Are you talking about like behind a pillar, or what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah,
just
I
so you're
guess
just
I
5
can-
feet down?
I can come down to where the pillar is.
Yeah, you can hide behind the pillar.
How the crap did these things get in here?
23 on your stealth. Okay,
And disadvantage to try and see me.
and disadvantage. Alma, you
Um,
can see people moving. You saw Spectre go up. You saw Tarathiel, and then you didn't. And then, well, actually, you do. You're right beside him. But and then Farazan. See him go. To the
yeah, I
top.
mean, I want to try to hide as well in this area.
Okay. Do you want to stay like down the stairs, or are you coming up?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll just kind of go like, I don't know. I'm gonna go like right here. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So,
Okay, all right.
and
You're
and
not hidden. Just FYI.
It's fine.
Right.
You
It's
can get me
dark,
anyway.
but you're okay. All right. So Tarathiel, Alma, you can see. So you basically can see pretty much everything Spectro can. Like you've got the same dark vision out to 60 feet, so you can see all the beasties. I know you got some skills and some things. Why don't you give me some Arcana, religion, things that you're proficient in?
Nature? That's okay. That's just I'm good at that one.
Well, I'm trying to, not the big thing, but the very big thing with the 3 smaller things. Give me a
at least
nature.
tell maybe what they were before they were
Yeah,
revivified.
it's it'll be a tough roll.
Do you want nature or do you want religion?
Do you have both?
I mean, I've
Are you-
better
are-
in nature.
Are you proficient? Do you have like
Yes.
you know what I mean? Okay, so roll religion for the big thing, and roll nature for the littler things.
big thing.
Okay, the first roll's a 14
What
for religion.
religion? A 14. You know, you don't specifically know what kind, but that's definitely a devil,
Okay.
as in like from the plane of hell.
All right.
And give me nature for the other critters.
22.
22. These are known as gray renders. They're swamp creatures normally. Very predatory, very, very carnivorous. And these 3 are very, very dead and reanimated.
Zombie gray renderers.
Zombie gray renders. Yeah.
Oh,
So you guys have had a chance to take a move and basically kind of check things out, see what's going on. We are now going to roll initiative.
Woot.
Woot!
don't like it.
Oh, Jesus.
Too late to pray, buddy.
It's like the one time I'm like, I really don't want a super high initiative. But I did.
Oh, there's mine. Jeez. Too many windows. All right. I got a few things to write down, so bear with me as I prepare your ultimate demise.
I'm pretty sure this is our penultimate one.
Penultimate. Let's see that. So how's everybody doing? Good
We were
day.
better a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
Right?
I feel great. I'm in my
Yeah,
element.
Thanks
Wishing
for asking.
wishing I had a few more boxes unticked on my
Mm-hmm.
my sheet here.
Sheet.
Yeah.
Sheet. All right. Got that done. All right.
Cowart says,
Mine is a cruel laugh.
Cowart says, this is a real sweaty way of introducing 4 new characters. Gosh.
Yeah, we're kind of tired of these characters at level 12. Let's just start with new ones.
Wait, we're level
Continue the
12?
story at level
Yeah, we're
1.
not looking well.
Are you level? Oh, my other game. I'm level 12. Level 11. All right.
What was that other game?
That's that. Oops.
On the upside, we're in the place of resurrection. We've already seen evidence of it.
Yeah. He's gonna have the power.
Farazan's gonna run downstairs and just lay on that PSP.
You're gonna just shove the guy off. Tuck a note in your pocket and says, "Please resurrect me."
He goes over and casts harsh repose and just kind of shoves him off the thing.
And
Rude awakening.
Yeah, rude awakening.
Yes,
That's it.
gentle repose. Just right. I have money on your forehead.
Places
So
2
when they find
platinum.
your corpse, they're like,
Yeah, 2 platinum pieces over his eyes.
over each eye.
And last one.
Yeah, was there a save point in Ike's bedroom?
Yeah, can we save? You know, he told me a story when he was co-oping in Florida. I think it was in Tampa when he was in college, and he found a group of people to play D&D with. He was down there for 6 months twice, so a year, 6 months, 6 months off, 6 months again. And he found this group to play D&D with, and they were all like computer gamers and things like that. And he was running the game, and literally one of them did, in all seriousness, ask if they could save before they fought the Black Dragon. And he's like, "There's no saving in this game, buddy." He didn't say buddy, that's not him. But
You call him buddy,
buddy.
pal.
Relax, guy.
don't call me buddy, Cal. All right. Who got above a 20?
Spectro did
What you got, Spectro?
25.
Jeez,
25.
must be
That's
nice to be good at
first.
things.
Very, very first. Who got 15 to 19? Or 20? I said above 20, didn't I?
18.
18 for Rathiel.
I got 16.
16 for Alma. And Farazan, what you got?
2.
Oh. Is it any
Oh.
surprise that you're probably dead last?
No, because he can't see it. I can't see my sheet.
I can't see.
Which is interesting because you won't be able to see until somebody produces light because you don't have your sword going and you're last.
Yep.
Everybody gets to go before you and get advantage to hit you because you can't see them. That sucks.
What's happening? What's happening?
All right.
I think what you mean to say is everyone has an opportunity to cast light for Farazan before he goes. I don't have the spell, but
Me neither.
Spectra.
Great.
All right.
Just
Finally, gonna
being
remember
honest.
to use the Dread Ambusher stuff here. So,
Dread Ambusher. All right.
okay. I am going to. So, if I'm going to shadow step up to this first lizard guy.
Kill the
magic
It looks like a lizard, but well, that's
Yeah, I'm going to call him a lizard.
fine. A lizard. It works. It's fine.
Because I shadow step, I get advantage on the first attack that I make against him.
Regardless of light, darkness, anything. It's just
I can read it to you, but yeah, it basically just says. Where is it?
I just want to make sure it's not like a darkness thing.
No, it says you then have advantage on the first melee attack you make before the end of the turn. Doesn't.
Okay.
I
That
mean,
works.
I have to. It is light related in that I have to be in dim light or darkness and then move to dim light or darkness, but that's it.
That's for the teleport. I just mean for the advantage. It doesn't matter if they can see you. It doesn't matter anything. You just get
Nope.
it because that's part of the first attack.
Yeah,
You go right
basically
ahead.
just surprising them.
Okay.
So that's the shadow step gives me advantage on that first attack. Then Dread Ambusher lets me. It says if you take the attack action on that turn, the first turn, you can make one additional weapon attack as part of that action, dealing an extra 1d8 damage of that weapon type on hit. So
Yes.
So
And you get an
then-
extra attack, don't you?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
good.
basically I'll get to attack 3 times instead of twice, and that third time will deal an extra d8 on top of everything else.
But you only get advantage for the first attack, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's my read of it anyway. So using that,
Pretty
that
standard.
yeah, that weird, the crazy necrotic dagger, with advantage. Oh, great. 2 14s.
Glad that evened out.
Yeah.
You rolled what total?
14. Both
14
times.
total?
Yep.
Yeah, you hit it, but it's got some thick hide.
Yep.
Even though
Nice.
it's slightly rotting, it does not penetrate.
That okay. Can they see me? Because that would also affect advantage for other things.
So, you're
Considered invisible.
if they use dark vision to see you,
Yeah.
how would you know?
I have no idea. I'm only asking mechanically.
Okay, okay. Then no, you do not get advantage.
Okay. So I'm going to.
Even in their undead state, you can see it sniff you out.
Okay. So second attack is a 13. Spectro is totally blowing this first round, it seems like. If he doesn't hit this last one, I'm going to be kind of salty about it. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to use inspiration. It's too early. All right. Third attack. Consider me salty. 15 to hit.
15 does not break through the hide.
Yeah, I figured Spectro sucks for round 1. Even when I remember to do the cool thing, it doesn't do cool stuff.
But you remembered how to play your character. I'm
I
very
know.
proud of you.
Well, you remember, I've got to.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up with
It's a
this guy.
lot. It's a lot. Yeah, right.
I'm just going to take the opportunity then to just fly my movement basically straight up in the air. We'll call it, my flight speed's like 50 feet, so I'll go 30 feet up into the air.
Okay. It takes a swipe at you as you're moving out.
I'm mobile.
Oh, that's right. It does not take a swipe at you as you move out.
It can certainly try.
Yeah, he can take a flavor swipe all he wants.
Flavor swipe.
Just,
Like a
I mean,
cat.
it's only fair that he flavor swipes at me because I just flavor swiped at him 3 freaking times. So that's it. That's all my actions plus bonus. So Spectro's done.
All right. Tarathiel, it's your turn.
First of all, I would like to question the series of evolutionary leaps that leads to a creature having 6 eyes and a good sense of smell.
Yeah,
Seems
right?
strange.
It seems. I guess they're really, really good at hunting things.
Hmm.
These
Mm.
all the senses. They're really beady eyes, though.
Anyway, I'm gonna hammer this guy with a psychic dagger
Which one?
because
I
he's
didn't see
10
it.
feet and I'm hidden.
Oh, okay.
This guy, because he was painful downstairs. That's a
He did.
sentence.
He did some stuff. I understand what you mean.
So I should have advantage because I'm hidden, right?
Yes, absolutely. He does not smell you.
Assuming he has not seen me.
Oh,
Oh, 16 is my best.
16 is your best? What's going on with you guys? If you keep missing, you're gonna die. No, 16 doesn't hit.
Are there any windows in this space? Just out of curiosity. No, yeah.
Absolutely no windows.
I was gonna say again, Spectro can always just get out of here. You have to fly downstairs, I guess. So it's less expeditious and not as fun as defenestrating himself. But
And unfortunately, that makes me visible. So even if I throw another dagger, it'll only be the base damage, which is basically nothing. Oh wait, hang on. Wait. There's a thing that
Yep.
I continually have been forgetting to do.
Yep.
Aha!
Twinsies.
Homing strikes.
Oh,
when
that's
you
not
make
what I
an
was
attack
thinking.
roll with Psychic Blade and miss the target, you can roll 1 psionic energy die and add the number rolled to the attack.
Boom sauce.
I really need to stop forgetting that, because it's impressively good. How's a 20?
20's a hit.
Yay!
In that case,
Woo!
take 33 points of damage.
What?
Nice.
That's gross. All right.
I love it.
I can only do that a certain amount of times
Uh,
per day, but this seems like one of those times.
Immediately bloodied.
Mhm.
Excellent.
You said 33, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
But wait, there's more.
By the way,
Yes, more.
if you act now, I'll slice and dice you.
Okay, so this
Did
is
I-
my favorite part. This guy, what's his name?
Ike.
Ike will get hit from Whales from the Grave and will take 3d6 necrotic damage. you'll take 11 points of necrotic damage as spirits swirl around him.
So, it doesn't do as much damage as you think it should.
Yeah, that's fine. I also
So
considered
what's
that
happening? He's got resistance.
hitting any of the undead things in the room with necrotic damage is probably not going to be great. But I figured damaging the 2 humans is probably the best thing to do.
Yeah, and normal humans don't have that kind of resistance.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Tell me one more time how much the damage was.
It was
full
11.
Full damage, 11. So he takes 5. Okay.
Still take 5. Yeah. Which is fine.
Yeah.
Bloody-
Extra, right?
It's probably
It is a
not worth
non-zero
taking
amount.
a
We take that.
Second attack on that guy.
He looks damaged. He does look like he took a hit.
Yeah. I'm not as worried about him at the moment. I'm going to cunning action hide again. So cunning.
Okay. Give me a roll, and we'll move on to Alma.
That's a
Jeez.
27.
Jeez. All right.
Rachel.
Alma.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was just waiting.
That's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, so I think I've calculated this right.
All right. Oh,
Um,
shit. You're going to just blast him, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, I have to. So I'm going to try to use Dawn again.
All right.
It has a 60-foot range, which if I center it right on the big bad guy, will hit all of the bad people and Miss Betro.
60-foot range or
It's
radius?
a 60-foot range with a 30-foot radius.
30-foot radius. Okay.
It's-
I'm going to get... Go ahead.
It's 40 feet high, but if I center it right on that bad guy, it'll hit the bad guy and
Yeah.
not hit Spectro.
Yeah, here's
So-
30 feet.
You want it above his head, essentially, right?
Would-
Is that what I'm hearing you?
No, she wants it on the ground.
Yeah,
But
I
she's
want
saying
it,
that it's not wide enough to catch me in the beam.
I want
now.
it right here.
Oh, I see. Well, you can't put it on... Oh, it's a... Never mind. That's the center of it. Duh. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. You said 30-foot radius, 30 feet of holy death. Circle. Let's make that red like fire. Boom.
The fist of Baori.
That's where you want it, correct?
Is that gonna hit everybody?
Yep.
It will hit. It will. Well, it will miss. Really, the one that's next to Spectro.
Well, then move it a little bit to the left.
Okay. That will just nail everybody on the bad side.
Perfect.
Cast
All right, is it
eyebrow
light
removal on
inside
Spectrum.
of this thing, or does
And
it
this
also?
it is actually sunlight, so Farazan can now see, but probably shouldn't approach that area. So I don't know what to.
it's a 30-foot radius of bright light. Is there a dim light beyond? Does it say anything
It just
at all
says
about
this.
that?
It says this is sunlight.
Okay. So
Fair-
that is a
fair-
well-lit area.
Yeah, Farazan's eyes go away. He's like, "What the hell?
Oh,
Why didn't anyone say anything?"
like Clark W. Griswold plugging in his house in Christmas Vacation. Well,
yeah. I mean, there's no windows, but you just brought the sun down into the top of the Temple of Ouijas.
I gave
so-
Farazan eclipse glasses, so he's fine.
So, talk to me about damage.
Okay,
All
everybody.
And saving throws.
Yeah. So when the cylinder appears, each creature in it makes a Constitution saving throw. The save is 17.
DC 17 Constitution saving throw. I'm going to
Yep.
start. I'm going to do the renders first. I'm going to start with the top left and then down and go right. Okay, just to let you guys know. Click on my button and roll a d20. Constitution saving throw. Fail.
Yay!
Succeed. Next to
Okay.
Spectro. Next to Spectro was the one that succeeded, and the other one failed. So,
Yay!
how much was the damage?
My D&D Beyond kicked me out, so I'm
You wanna
rolling
roll?
it right now.
Okay. I'll
All
save
Matt-
for.
changing your
I
permission.
was set for Ike. Ike fails, and then
Yay.
Calmus Vels. Wow, 777. Seriously. Well, I guess you guys needed that as much as Spectro.
Those are Spectro numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta get those numbers up. And then the big
seen that
bad
one.
beastie in the center. Really? That one you see? He fails. Holy crap. All right. Does that thing say anything of the spell? Say anything about additional effects on undead?
It says that
anything
it's
like
4d10 radiant damage.
Okay. All right, and the damage is 16.
Yep, it was very bad.
16. Second one takes 8. 16. Oh my goodness. He takes 16. Ike does, and Cal must takes 16. Jesus.
It's like 70 points of damage with
Yeah.
this spell.
Yeah.
And it's not even done.
yeah,
right?
it's
It sticks
still
around.
going. It is definitely a very, very good spell. That was an action. What else you got?
Just action.
Wasn't good enough
Yeah.
for Matt, apparently.
Well, you got
Bonus
bonuses
action,
and
high
moves.
five by Ori.
Yeah. Yeah, girl.
There actually isn't a whole lot else that I can do besides like. No, I'm gonna stay here. I think that should be good.
All right. And your flanks are guarded by your good friends, so maybe they won't come and make you make concentration checks.
Yeah.
All right, that was Alma. It is now the Render's turn. I'm going to start with the one that's next to Spetro because he's right next to Spetro. And
Oh, am I still in darkness? Did we
Oh, you went
confirm
up. Wait a second,
Yeah.
you went up, didn't you?
that? Yeah, I'm 30 feet up.
So he can attack you. It's like jumping.
That's what I suspected.
Let's see. Are you still in darkness? So the spell doesn't
It's on.
say, huh?
Just jumps up and stays up there. It's gonna
Yeah.
be a time.
Good luck, guys.
The daylight spell doesn't say that it has any additional light outside of the 30-foot radius. It doesn't imply that there's dim light. This is magic, so I'm going to say no. You are in darkness
Oh, that works for Spetro.
because it doesn't
Very
explicitly
weird
say it, and you don't like add physics to magic. So yeah, you're in darkness. This thing 2, 3 lumber like charge lumber charge whatever.
He chumbers.
Chumbers. Actually, he does kind of like lumber. He's a little slower than most. That's as far as he get with a move, but he will dash another 10 feet and get up in y'all face. I'm going to do a perception for it. With disadvantage, he rolls a 27. This thing's got actually a really good perception.
I mean, all eyes and scent.
It has-
meets my 20.
it has
meets
a-
my 27.
It has advantage, so it negates the disadvantage. It's got scent, keen smell, but it still only rolls a 25, which does not beat a 27. So that was a damn good height. It does not sense you, and it ran and moved and dashed, so it does not do anything else. The other one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, gets up in your face and takes a claw, and then bites at you.
Right.
So, 2 claws first.
Okay.
No. And the bite. No. Like, which armor class?
21.
21. Okay. Let me write that down so I don't have to like ask you which armor class 1,000 times. If it changes, like you use a shield or whatever, just let me know. Because everybody else has got like mortal ACs. All right. That last was a miss. So it comes up, it swipe, bites. This thing is funky. It's got nasty, gnarly crap in its claws. And this last one, 2. Dashes here. I will do a perception, which I don't think it possibly can, even the smell sense you, which is weird. But it goes, it's gone, and it is now Ike's turn. And let me do it. What's the time check? Well, we're
10 after 11.
We're
We're way
10
past.
after.
Okay. Let's finish the first round, and then we'll call it a night, and we'll finish with combat next time. So it is Ike's turn. I'm trying to make this a little quick. Yeah.
Ah,
He casts.
a lot of big uglies.
One second, let's just look over his stuff. He casts a spell, and there's no visible effect. It is now
He takes damage, doesn't he?
at the end of his turn. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, he knows about that spell. 2, 4, 5, 6, because he can cast 2. So he moves out of the light. This thing. It's got a hell of a movement, I think. Let's see. Oh, they're not vestigial. And plants. It actually can't fit there, so it comes right there. It's out of the light. Where's it go? It's going over here. So it kind of hops. It flaps its wings, and then lands over here, catty corner to the render. And then Calmus goes, because Farazan rolled a 2. And he casts a spell. And when I do anything, his wounds start to mend. And jeez, it's
I was gonna say
Farazan.
faster than he's being melted by the sun.
And he moves out of the light. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
They know I don't keep up with it. He casts a spell, and it's now Farazan's turn.
Oh boy. Are they? They're all focused on.
Fix it.
Hey, we need you to win.
Need you to win. So it's like, what the hell?
Helmet touch his butt.
Yeah. Great. These things look like they can hit. Can all three of them can hit him from where he is?
No, they don't actually have reach. They're a little stubby. So the one with the far left can't hit you.
Okay. Right. But any movement, pretty much any direction, is going to leave him open to an attack. Right. Let me see. Farazan is going to cast a spell. Try to. Yeah. Yeah.
Ventriloquism, so people out on the street can hear your death screams.
He's gonna cast protection from evil and good.
All right.
Ooh.
That's a good spell.
And I'm choosing undead
All right.
as my type of creature, so that it will have disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
All undead has, and they can't possess you, and all kinds of good stuff, right? Do you have bonuses to saving throws or anything like that?
Advantage on
Just-
saving throws, yeah.
Okay.
That's a good spell.
That's a very good spell. Good choice. Inspiration. And we're done. Let's give you inspiration and quit the episode.
Well, he's
Why?
as a bonus action, he takes that sword and lights it on fire.
Okay, so you ignite the blad. Spectro, you're no longer in the dark. Nobody in this entire room's in the dark. That room illuminates the entire chamber. So upper areas, like the upper 10 feet of the chamber, are dim. And let's see, 40 feet.
Man, if only Spectro had taken that bow, Tarathiel. Could you imagine? He could just sit up in the darkness and pop shot.
So I'm gonna have this set
I
up
could
for
bring it
next
to you.
time.
That's true.
That is true. I
Hold
do.
still. 40 feet. Circle, save. That is the bright light, and then double it out. Dim, I need to do dim. Let's do dim. Dim light. Save. Yeah, dim light hits this entire chamber. and like I said, except for the top 10 feet of the chamber, because it's 50 feet high, there's dim lights. So the top 10 feet of the chamber are dark for Spectros purposes, just to let you know. You ignited it. Are you going to move? Any move actions?
No. He lights it up, and looking these things in the eye and seeing this monstrosity that's over to the left of him, he raises his voice to its maximum he can yell, and he says, "My name is Farazan, and you know the name of your end." And that's it.
Yep. We'll see you next week.
We will see
Just
you
ends
next
the
week.
episode.
Have a good night.
Bye all.
See you, coward.
My
Stay
coward.
awesome.